E3 is today. Is today the first day it started?
I think so.
Which is Sunday. You guys will be watching this on Monday. Actually, I think it started Saturday. Yesterday, the 12th.
It might have. I know a bunch of game trailers came out for it.
We had game trailers come out weeks before, like a week before, too. And I think they did that because at E3, they're going to dive in and like play them or do that.
Get people excited to see what's to come and talk about.
From this time right now, which is obviously a different time, I switched over to the E3 thing right now, and they're showing Elder Ring. I cannot fucking wait for that game,
That
dude.
game looks sick.
I cannot wait for that game.
I probably won't play it because I was trash at the Dark Souls and the Sekiro games.
Those aren't your style.
But I love them. Dude, I'd watch the whole, like, the games I feel like I can't enjoy because of
it's just not your play style.
It's not my play style, but I love them.
Doesn't mean you don't like them.
I'll watch the whole gameplay. Like God of War, I can't play God of War because I don't
have a PlayStation.
So I watch the whole gameplay. I mean I love the stories. I love the games still. I'll still watch them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Elden Ring definitely looks like a Dark Souls, like heavy Dark Souls, almost like it's just like another Dark Souls. Like
yeah, I mean it's gonna be their same like systems that they have like.
For sure.
Already. I mean that makes for cheaper games when you just that's why Call of Duty is so profitable on top of it being just so popular. I mean all they have to do is just like okay, we just have to reskin we just have to bring those animations and the systems over
the same
and
assets.
and just reskin it.
I'm sorry. I'm like jumping around right now cuz I got myself stuck in my chair. Oh,
what?
Fuck.
You need help?
I was like actually stuck. So I just getting excited for Elden Ring. So I loved our last one was Sekiro. Hardest one, I think. I don't care what anybody says. I think that one was by far the hardest. Like the final boss was insane. It took everything you learned through the whole game to like beat the final boss. But this Elden Ring looks sick. I just hope that it's bigger, if you get what I mean. Like
I think it will be because like I said before, he's riding a mount.
I know, I didn't know that, but I hope it's not like it's just like areas. Like, oh, this area is just big, and you can ride your mount around in it, but there's nothing in the area. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want it to be, I don't want it to be open world, but I definitely want it to feel less linear. And people are like, well, Dark Souls isn't really linear because there's like secret passages and secret ways. I'm like. Yeah, but like every time you play through it, you're playing in the exact same direction that you played the first time or the second time you're playing through. Like I get there's different builds and different aspects of playing it, but I want it to be big. I don't know. It looks awesome though. Like the bosses that they showed.
It looks amazing.
The giant turtle thing with the bell on its belly.
The spells look cool.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for spells, you know that.
The spells do look good. I didn't use a lot in. You don't use a lot in.
Yeah, not in Dark Souls. It doesn't seem like you should use a lot.
Yeah.
But this one seems like they put a little bit more into spells might be a little bit more useful.
I think so. I think it's going to be. And being tied to George R.R. Martin, I think that the story.
You think the story's going to be really good except until the end, or was that?
Except till the end. What do you mean?
Well,
because of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I would be devastated. I hope it's good all the way through. It looks sick, dude. There's this like part in the trailer where there's like a giant 4-winged dragon and he like calls down this fucking lightning bolt, the dragon, and he like hits the ground. It looks sick. Like the boss fights look way bigger than they are in Dark Souls. You can jump in this one.
Whoa.
Like
slow down.
High jump. Like you could jump in Dark Souls where it's like, like no, like you're like jumping over like sword swings and shit instead of just rolling everywhere.
Sekiro, you could jump a little bit.
Yeah, Sekiro, you could jump a lot, but Sekiro was a lot less of. You had to jump to dodge. Maybe they're bringing that into this.
He was
game.
a ninja or a samurai. Of course he could jump.
Yeah,
Knights are wearing armor. Come on, Connor.
He wasn't a samurai. He was a shinobi, so he was a ninja.
Yes.
Sakuya. But
I said both. I was like, he's a
I know.
ninja or
I was
samurai.
trying to think.
Well, I was
like
trying to cover my tracks, okay?
I wasn't like trying to correct you.
You trying to make me look like a fool.
No, definitely not. The I kind of hope it's more combat like that game than Dark Souls.
I thought the parrying
was way
system
more
was
fun.
really cool, and then like your posture too.
Yeah, that shit
And then
was
like
fun.
disrupting the enemy's posture as well. Like that was cool.
Yeah. I
But
hope
that- but that's-
I hope they
but-
bring that concept in, but keep the Dark Souls aesthetic of like rolling and like
I don't think they would keep that in
Dodging.
because I think the whole thing about posture and stuff is because of their fighting style. It's such like
True.
precise and like
it's like an art style.
Dark Souls, you're just swinging a sword in like medieval.
That's
times.
very true. I don't know if like the game. I wonder if the game is like Dark Souls in the sense of different gear, or if it's like Sekiro where you stay with the same set the entire time. You know what I mean? Like your aesthetic doesn't change. But that looks awesome. That game's got announced, or it didn't get announced. It got announced a while ago. It got shown, the trailer.
Ubisoft has made a Avatar game.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything for
I
that.
haven't seen it either. I just saw the thumbnail
saw-
for the trailer.
Yeah, it looks pretty realistic for an Avatar game. Not the Airbender, by the way.
Avatar, the
Blue avatars.
blue avatars with the neon forest.
Yeah, the ones that like have sex by
Mm-hmm.
putting their tails together.
Yes, and then that's also how they ride animals, is by putting tails
Right,
together.
they have sex with the animals.
as
to
they're
ride
riding them. Yes,
Correct.
it's a fair trade, I'd say.
Yeah, you have sex. You have sex with the giant gliders, and they
Mhm.
let you fly on them. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. So there's that. Then we got drum roll, please. Battlefield. We got
What?
Battlefield.
What ga-
Battlefield 2042.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
Derek likes Call of Duty.
Oh.
Battlefield's coming out.
I think that one's going to be a good one.
You think? Do that one? It better be good.
Yeah.
It better be good.
As long as it wasn't like Battlefield 5. That one, I didn't play it, but what I've heard
Isn't
is...
Battlefield 5 like the World War II one? The
Yeah.
last one? It wasn't terrible.
I heard it was... Their sales for it were just so bad.
I think the reason is because it was World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, like back in when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I love World War II games, but that's because you like learn about it at school, in school. But like when you get older, it's like I want to play current weapons, current shit. You know what I mean? It's more fun. There's like
I think what they did though was they were trying to pitch in or cash in on a battle royale, and
oh, this one they come out and said there's no battle royale.
yeah, I'm saying this one it seems like okay, let's go back to what was working because
Yeah.
they were successful before, and then they tried to like cash in on that battle royale, and then
I didn't
it's
play
like
the battle royale on that though.
yeah, it completely flopped, and now they're like okay, let's go back to our roots, what works. And I think the trailer really showed that with like the goofiness of some of the
Showing
stuff.
the trick shot, the famous trick shot of like the guy jumping out of the plane, which if I had my phone on me, I would look up the guy's name. But it's a Russian. I think he's Russian. I know he's foreign, and he was the one who crowned the.
Plane jumping.
Yeah, he's the one who crowned the trick shot of like. He flew the jet straight up like in the trailer, and he jumps out and he looks back, fucking hits it with a rocket launcher, and then he like and grabs the plane. Like it was literally what was in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I found the reaction video of that guy because he reacted to the trailer. I mean, everybody did reactions to the trailer because it's huge. I think Battlefield's a big thing because you have your Call of Duty and you have your Battlefield, and I feel like you have two different players, and everybody is playing Call of Duty because there's no fucking Battlefield to play.
Yeah.
Like the Battlefield players
think-
are just playing Call of Duty because they love like the war players, the people who play like the military games.
Big war, yeah.
Like, what else is there to play but Call of Duty if you want to play something that's modern warfare?
Call of Duty has those big lobbies now. Ever since Modern Warfare.
There's nothing to play. This game looks fucking sick though. Like, I know we didn't see like gameplay trailer, but dude.
I mean, from what they're showing and they're telling us, I saw they released like some of the maps too. I didn't look at them. I just saw an article that said they showed them off.
I'm actually watching the trailer right now because I'm watching the Xbox Bethesda countdown, and they're like going through the trailers. Like Elder Ring went on, and then Battlefield.
And I love the concept of the more modern. This one's slightly futuristic.
It is, but it's still insanely modern. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's so futuristic because it's 2042." I'm like, dude, there was nothing futuristic in the trailer at all. And people are like, "Well, what about the robot dog?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? We got robot dogs now." Like that's not a futuristic thing. I mean, we might not use them in the military, but we have those same types of robots today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just set a little bit into the future, so it's not going to be like crazy technology, but like.
I don't think we're going to see laser guns or you're going to be jumping over fucking buildings or you're going to be climbing up building walls. Like everything looking in the trailer right now, like there's hovercrafts on ice, not futuristic. There's like normal jets. I mean, the tanks look a little different, but like there's still normal rolling on the ground tanks.
Yeah, it's just going to be an
guns.
aesthetic like thing of like, oh, it's set a little bit in the future.
There's a fucking rocket ship going off. The one thing that was very weird to me was the giant tornado.
I think it's because there's going to be, like, in those maps, like, big events are going to happen.
They did say that there's going to be huge events, like in the one map where you could knock down the tower, but they're going to be, you can trigger them at any point. It's not going to be like, it's not a timed thing.
Because I know in, like, Battlefield 3 or 4, whatever one we played a lot.
I think it was 4.
There was the one map that had an absolute massive tower, and at one point it just
came crashing down into the water.
Yeah, and it's so cool, like being on top of there, and it's like, oh my gosh, you have to parachute off.
The windows are breaking,
yeah.
and you're just like running across the fucking, and then like bust through the windows and jump out. Like it was so sick.
I don't think we've ever really played a Battlefield where it's like the four of us as a group.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I really hope this one is. I'm sure it will be crossplay, but fuck Call of Duty, dude. Like, this is gonna be the shit, and I want to get like really good at like jets.
Yeah,
I've been watching like people on TikTok play Battlefield lately. This trailer's made me want to like honestly get back on it now and play just like Battlefield 5. But like, I've been watching like people do like dogfights and shit. I'm like, that is like talented. I want to do that in this new one, so I'm gonna like always be in a jet.
Well, we need you need to win dogfights, and then we call in air support from you. Like,
dude,
how
that would
bad?
Be sick. Hey, we got it. We're locked down by a tank, and I'm like, I'm on my way, dude.
Yeah, you know, kind of going. Call of Duty's a little bit easier to like pull that stuff off because they. Like, Battlefield's really hard to pilot those things.
It's like a sim.
Yeah, it's like sim. I know, like, in Call of Duty, they had the big maps now. And I remember, this is
they're still not as big as Battlefield, but they are big. Like, the mode that, like, Tanner was showing us that we were playing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but this was in, like, Modern Warfare. I remember playing with, Ben. And we were, like, you have to capture all the flags to, like, push them and, like, hold it for, like, 45 seconds or like, a minute or something like that, or 5 minutes.
It's like Conquest.
Yeah, it's Conquest. And I remember we're on their last flag, and we're all it's just, like, there's, like, a no man's land, and you're just shooting across each other, and there's, like, no way. I finally got my kill streak, and I was a helicopter, and it was me coming in, and I mowed down the entire, like, enemy thing, and that was the final thing that they needed to come in to, like, push it. Like, that, like, I feel like Battlefield has so many more of those moments.
Oh yeah,
And they're so much harder to pull off too.
so it's so much more rewarding when it happens.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I'd love that feeling again because I love that feeling. Like that was cool. It sucks when it happens to you, but when
Yeah.
you do it, it's,
Yeah, but when you do, you're like, holy shit! Like Call of Duty, yeah, you have those moments where you're like, oh, dude, I just popped off and got like 4 snipers in a row, like 4 snipes in a row or something. But like Battlefield, there's like times where it's like, dude, I just like jumped on a building, sniped 2 guys, then parachuted down onto them, and then stole the other guy's tag, then jumped down and blew up a fucking tank with a grenade. Like there's stuff like that.
more movie type.
Yeah,
things
it's
happen.
so much cooler, dude. Killing people with defibs. Remember that?
Yes.
Where I would like drop down
Dude,
and I'd be like in the parachute. I'd be like, and then like
dude,
shock them.
I remember I used to always run med because you could
Yeah,
get
that's the way to do, bro.
It was it's so much XP, and then if you're playing with the team, it's just like, okay, revive them.
Yeah,
so it's like,
and
it
you
keeps-
too. Like you always had health.
And
So
I remember one time I'm in a building and I'm like running around rezzing all like the dead people, and this guy runs into this room and he runs straight up to me, and I in panic I like pulled up the defibs and like and like shocked him, and I'm like, oh, I got him.
yeah, it's so
Like,
fun,
it-
dude. I really hope the other guys get it too. Like I want us to just be like, fuck. Like if I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, so I would be like at that point be like, it's not even coming out till like next year.
Yeah.
So there's like plenty of time.
Plenty of time
Who
to play
knows
some
if you guys
Warzone.
are gonna still be playing that garbage Warzone shit?
Plenty of time for you to hop on and get some more wins than Mitchell.
I'm not playing War. I'm done with it. I know I've gone through this again, and then I like come back and play it, and I probably will. But like, but it's fucking annoying, dude. I don't want to play fucking Warzone anymore. Game companies are not making battle royales anymore, very often, and I was.
Well, I think
remember
that-
this when battle royales came out? I was praying for these days to come around again. Like games are coming out again where they're good, and they don't have to have a fucking multiplayer battle royale.
Yeah, I think they're starting to slow down and realize like, okay, Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex are gonna.
They're the best. They're the
PUBG,
kings.
PUBG's
Yeah,
gonna
PUBG
be.
will always be there.
Uh,
PUBG was the first.
Yeah,
technically.
So they're gonna stay there. So
Well,
no
not
more
really,
cutting into that market anymore. It's just gonna. I think it's gonna be, unless
Yeah,
Halo
I
does
mean,
it.
We might have cut-ins, but I don't think they'll ever be to the level of Warzone, especially, and then Fortnite and Apex. I mean, Apex definitely has fallen off compared, but like Apex is still insanely popular.
Oh yeah.
Like
I see it all the
insanely
time.
popular.
Yeah.
Like people always say it falls off, but I think it's because you just see Warzone more. I don't think it means that people aren't playing it. I think there's just like the main streamers that you see play Warzone. I just think that's what it is.
Apex definitely has like a diehard like fan.
Oh,
group
for
now.
sure.
Like,
I still think Apex is the best out of the 3. I do really thoroughly enjoy playing Warzone though. Like I really like Warzone. I'm fucking tired of battle royales, dude. What I don't like is we have friends that refuse to play anything else, and I don't like to fall into that trap because then they're like, oh well, I don't need to get anything else if you guys are just gonna get on Warzone.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like playing it with them. Fuck them. They need to get computers.
They'll get Battlefield because that was like the game that Tanner.
Dude, that was. The
I think
game,
Tanner
bro.
likes that Battlefield more than Call of Duty.
I think they'll get it. Dude, me and Mitchell used to spend hours doing nothing but sniping each other and stealing each other's dog tags. Like
that shit was fun. Tanner and I would spend hours sniping people out of helicopters. In like Battlefield. Remember Battlefield 2 Bad Company?
I think it was Battlefield 3 Bad Company. Was it 2 and 3?
It might have been 3.
Anyways, Bad Company.
But we would always every time we saw a helicopter, we'd always try to shoot them. Maybe it was 3.
I think it's
don't
3. I think it's Bad.
I think 2
Bad
did
Company
not
is
have,
3.
Yeah, but I don't think Battlefield 2 had helicopters in it. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
There was something where Tanner and I would try to snipe people out of helicopters, and we'd keep track.
It was definitely Battlefield 3.
I
That was the one
I
we
definitely
played
had
the
more
most.
than him. He can come on the show to.
He'll never. He
Well,
refuses to come on the show.
Well, then I'll have more than him.
Because he's a loser. But that game's. I know we talked about that game a lot, but that game is like really. I think that's a huge part, and like, because we used to play that with like Blake Gavette and Ben and Blake Ford. Like way back in the day.
It's a huge battle. Like it's so much fun.
And this one, everything's destructible.
Mm-hmm.
They said.
I know
everything probably means like 95% of the map. I mean, obviously, there's probably
it's gonna get blown up, and then whatever assets it's left, it's gonna be like, okay, that's part of the map now, or
yeah. I mean, like, I don't think physically every building can come down.
Right.
But
probably like your really thick stone structures might not come down, but like houses.
Man, bro. I remember. I can't wait. I remember playing with Blake of that one time. I think it was Blake of that Ford, me. It might have been you. But there was a tank, and they were like all in the house.
Oh,
and I was
like, all
like,
in the tank?
No, they were in the house, and the tank was out on the street. And I'm like running around, and they're like, "There's a tank, there's a tank." And I was like, I'm coming, because I played Demolish back in the Battlefield 3 days before I started playing Medic. And I was like, I'll get the tank. And they're like, it's too late. And it's like shooting giant fucking holes in the side of the building. And then I got there and I come around the corner and the whole like side of the building's gone. And you just see Blake like upstairs, and they're like hiding behind a bathtub.
I remember
and then like
the story,
building dude, it was so fun. Like I can't wait for that game. It sucks that we gotta wait till next year, I think. But that's the release date, right?
Next year?
Was it next year or was it this year?
It's probably next year, especially if they just announced it with the trailer. That's the furthest thing we've got from more than likely it's next year, and there might be a delay too. Who knows? But maybe not.
I think delays are starting to go away, because the real reason we were getting delays is because of COVID.
Yeah, and
they weren't at the studios.
But think about they're putting all their time and energy in just the multiplayer. They're not doing a campaign anymore.
Fuck it, dude. I used to be a super big advocate about like playing the campaign and getting on the multiplayer after, but like nowadays I just want to.
I didn't think Battlefield didn't really. I didn't really care for their campaigns.
I like Call of Duty's.
Call of Duty's were always great. But Battlefield, I was just like, dude, just stick to the multiplayer. You guys have a great multiplayer.
But yeah, they do. It's fantastic. I think. How much time do we have?
5 minutes.
Okay. Just spitfire some things real quick. New Borderlands game was announced.
Yeah,
I don't know if you watched the trailer.
So remember when you were like, I saw the trailer for Borderlands, and I looked up Borderlands.
I thought it was a DLC at first, but
yeah.
It's not. It's a standalone game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You looked it up though?
Yeah, I did. You sent it to me. It looked cool. Looks very whimsical-y. Yeah,
so I think it's based off of the expansion that was in Borderlands 2. That was Tiny Tina's
Wonderland.
Huh? Wonderland.
It's her Wonderland.
Yeah, it's like the story that you did in that one where there was like dragons and shit, but they just turned it into like a full game with new characters. The guy who plays Ant-Man, what's that guy's name? Paul Rudd. He's one of the characters.
I love Paul Rudd.
Like he's one of the voice actors in the game. So it's probably gonna be pretty good.
Well, okay, hold on. That doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
Dude, Paul Rudd is like, name one bad thing he's in. Go.
Friends.
Is he in Friends?
He is.
Not a main character though.
He marries one of the main characters.
God damn it. All right. Well, there it is. Got me. I hope we got about like an hour until like the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. I'm hoping we see Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh God, I'd be devastated if we didn't get to see an Elder Scrolls 6.
Dude, because we need a new Elder Scrolls.
How many years has it been since? It's been a couple years.
It's been a long time, because we were in college when ESO came out. And I was playing ESO when it first came out, remember? Mm-hmm. We haven't had an Elder Scrolls since ESO.
No, but remember that one of the E3s a while ago did that big, looking over the landscape, and then Elder Scrolls 6.
We've had dragon
that had to be like not last year, but the year before's E3, right?
It was a few years ago. Yeah, it wasn't last year because we didn't have one last year. It was the same year that the new Fable got announced, which I hope we see too. I want to see Fable, and I want to see Elder Scrolls, and I would like to see a new Forza, but that I can live without seeing a new Forza game. It's the same. It's the same thing every time.
I need to get you a driving.
I'm getting the steering wheel this year. Like
you love them, but you play them for a little bit. And
it's because it's playing on a keyboard and mouse and a controller. and a racing game is boring. I want to steer and I want to fucking shift. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
an absolute blast.
So I'm definitely gonna probably get one of those new Logitech steering wheels.